Hey there, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we are going to cover the week of December 7th through the 13th. The reason I like to cover the moon astrology is because the moon affects how you feel, and how you feel it's pretty much your experience, right? So let's get into how you're going to feel about things this week as things unfold. We are working toward a big, huge eclipse happening in your sign. Happy birthday, Sagittarius. There's a big, huge eclipse happening in your sign right there next to, within 3 degrees of the galactic center of the universe. And the galactic center is about what is your real truth, your truth. What makes you feel truly free? How are you most comfortable totally expressing yourself? At the center of at the center of the galactic center. That sounds funny, but there's a black hole. And black holes, you know, they help remove what doesn't work, right? They're pulling things out. So this is an eclipse where it is really about releasing and letting go of what doesn't work in your life so that you can chase down your dreams. So you can be authentically you, so you can chase down who you are and do what you want to do. So very cool energy going on here. I do want to invite you to come and join me tonight on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. I do Moon Day Night Live, and we did that last week, and it was so much fun. A lot of people showed up, and we just, oh gosh, there was almost 200 chats I think that went on that night, and hopefully this time I'll figure out how to save the chats. I screwed that up, but it was a lot of fun, and I hope you will join us as we pull a couple cards for each of the signs, and then there actually was left about 40 minutes to just answer questions. So took questions and pulled cards for people, so come and join us. And also I just want to take a moment to thank you so much for all of your support, Sagittarius. You're one of my most supportive signs, and I really appreciate that. So I'm looking at your energy for this week. It's interesting. So I'm using the Good Tarot, which is by Colette Baron Reed, and she has a little slightly different take on things. There's this 5 of Earth, which would be 5 of Pentacles. But it has a lot of green, a lot of growth, a lot of opportunity. It doesn't feel like you're out in the cold. It feels like you're out in the spring. There's birds. She's staring down at a bird, almost like you're getting messages from the divine. It just looks beautiful, actually. So I don't think you're really as out in the cold as you think you are. I think it's spring. And then we have the 4 of Fire, which is also a spring card, right? That's the 4 of Wands. And I feel like there's this feeling left out, but I don't think you're feeling left out. I don't think you're left out. And I think if you... Okay, so she's staring at these 4 pentacles right here, and behind her is the 5th pentacle, and I just feel like if you turn around, you will find what it is that you're truly looking for, and you'll be able to create the stability that you want, because you have the 1 pentacle, right, which would be like the Ace of Pentacles. So that's what it feels like. I really like that card. It's actually very beautiful. So let's go ahead and read what she has to say about them, because there's a reason that Spirit selected this deck today. And so we have the 5 of Earth, alternative forms of abundance, the illusion of lack, and overlooked treasures. See, she's missing the one that's behind her that really matters. And there's an illusion of lack, but you're not really missing anything. And then we have the 4 of Fire. I have a song in my head which has nothing to do with anything. It's been there all day. It's like an earworm. Oh gosh. It's the Dancing Queen. So there you have it. We can all just sit here and bob along to it because that's all I want to do. Okay, here we go. 4 of Fire. A new creative phase, celebration, pleasure, and harmony in relationships. And this is that energy coming off of that eclipse. That is planting the seeds of intention for what you want to create moving forward. It says, oh my gosh, dancers have partners. Dancing queen. Singers have musicians helping them create. I think I need to read with the other contact. They're not the same. Help them create sweet music, and I find others who are in sync with me and my desires. It is time for celebrating friendship and all that others bring to my life, a time for revelry and relishing the pleasures of being in good company. Making magic together with others is the focus at this time. So you know how Four of Wands is usually like this marriage card? Look, she is by herself, and she is talking about how she needs to look around and count her friendships and enjoy her friendships. So those of you who are like, I don't know why I'm getting Four of Fire, because I should be working on a relationship that's going to lead to marriage. There is one of you that knows who I'm talking to. For those of you who are feeling like that, it's like, look for the people in your life that resonate, right? Music is about resonance. It's about vibration. Look for the vibrational energies that match yours, and enjoy them wherever you find them. And don't be so focused on, oh gosh, don't do this. I will be so happy when I'm married. I will be so happy when I get a new job. I will be so happy when the kids leave home. Be happy right now. Happiness is a choice. Choose to be happy and dance where you are right now. Turn on the music and dance in the dark. I don't really care what you do. Go out with friends. Well, okay, that might be a little harder now than it should be, but it's going to get easier. It's like, find a way to enjoy now. Tomorrow's not actually promised to you, right? So enjoy now. Make the most. Live your life to the fullest every minute of every day. So let's get a little more guidance on that as we work through this energy this week. We start out with the moon in Virgo. And the moon in Virgo at this phase is asking you, what are you resisting? What do you need to push through? What obstacles need to be overcome? And is it the voice in your head obstacles, or is there actual things that you need? Maybe you need more skills. Maybe you need more opportunities. Can you create them? How do you get them? Where do you make these connections? I feel like networking is a big deal with these cards here. They really seem to suggest that you may not be utilizing all the connections and networks to help you find where it is. So say it's a job situation. Are you networking in areas that will help you there? If you are contacting someone you haven't spoken to in a long time, make sure you take the time to have the conversation about, hey, how's it going, before you jump into what you need from them. But anyways, networking feels really important here. So we do have the moon is going to be in a trine with Uranus over there in Taurus. And so that is that sudden knowing, that sudden feeling like, aha, okay, right, all right, so what is the action you have to take? Listen to your intuition. You're one of the most intuitive signs, and you just have all this access to things that you know. Okay. The moon is going to be squaring off with, the moon in Virgo squares off with the sun in Sagittarius and with Mercury in Sagittarius. And so that's like information coming to light that you weren't really expecting, that creates maybe a little tension. That could be that aha moment. I just want to caution you, because the card that came out, the snow leopard, it's called the Watcher. And it feels very stalkerish. Like someone's stalking somebody. And if you are the stalker, stop it. Just saying. This card came out earlier in another reading, and it made me really uncomfortable. I have to say, I feel less uncomfortable with it in your reading than I did in that one. But this is about really tuning in and paying attention to the details, or someone's doing that to you. And then we have the power from the deer. And usually the deer is about gentleness and stuff, but not this one. Look at the size of the antlers on that. And the full moon. This is your power and your ability to create. It's number 11 too. Very spiritual number. This feels like that eclipse energy. Although this is a full moon and not a new moon. The new moon eclipse is what's happening. Very powerful. Okay, so here, not really paying attention. Here, really focused in. I think in order to step into your power, to really step into your power, there's necessary for you to really focus in. Focus in on what you want. This Four of Fire is calling in through resonance of sound what it wants. It's attracting in, kind of like the sun energy. And the sun is in your sign, and that would create this attraction. This is like being willing to go after what you want. So how do you find the balance in that? It's by stepping into your personal power. Your personal power of knowing exactly what it is you're willing to let go of in order to bring in what you want. This snow leopard makes me really uncomfortable. I do not like the energy of it. It says, take the high road. Do not sink into the low vibration. Observe the situation closely before acting. Be silent. Being silent is an option. Ethics is the number one concern. It is best not to continually draw attention to yourself just for the sake of filling up your ego. A little mystery is a good thing. Yeah, don't be a stalker. That's really what it feels like. The snow leopard magic is all about the power, which is the other card, of the silent watcher. Western society is extroverted, one with the emphasis on the individual and on being seen. Oh, so maybe take a step back from social media a little bit too. If you are getting into a relationship, say you're trying to attract in a partner, don't tell too much about yourself. Keep a little bit back. Wait and see who they are. Pay attention to all of the details. Because we do have the moon in a really nice aspect with Venus and Scorpio. So really feeling into what feels right and what are you passionate about. And then that moon is going to be in that supported angle with all those planets in Capricorn about what do you want to transform, and then Jupiter and like how are you going to expand it, and then Saturn, what are the boundaries that you want to create, and what's a stable structure, how are you going to build it, what's the plan. So if it's a collaboration, also be willing to allow other people to collaborate, like have their say. I don't like looking at it. It's got the most piercing blue eyes, which is freaky. Okay, so then the moon is going to move on Tuesday night into Libra. And in Libra, it's going to oppose Chiron, the wounded healer. That's the centaur. That was the big teacher and healer, but then when he got wounded in the Achilles, he couldn't cure himself, right? So even though he knew everything, he didn't know enough how to cure himself. So there's going to be some attention drawn to that. There's going to be this energy of what are my wounds and how do I go about healing them? And at the same time, the moon's going to be in a really irritable aspect with Neptune. That would be your dreams up there in Pisces, in your third house of communication if you are a rising sign. Also going to be irritated by Uranus in Taurus. There's just some really weird angles happening here when the moon is in Libra, because it's also going to be, you know, in a very comfortable angle though, and very supportive of communication and the sun, right? The Mercury and the sun in Sagittarius. So that inner dialogue that you're having with yourself, it's an opportunity to really be very positive when you're speaking to yourself about what you're dreaming, about what you're hoping for. And then it's going to square off with those planets in Capricorn, right? And so Saturn and Pluto are going to be a little harsher about, you know, what are you doing? What is your big plan here? And so there's a need to surrender the process, and there's a need to surrender and release the control and allow the divine to help you bring things in. It feels like this, I want to say you are attracting, not chasing. And this feels like you're chasing when attracting, I think, is going to get you what you want. This full moon feels very attractive. Like this is attractive energy will bring you what you want. Stalking, chasing, that's not the energy you want to have. I really want to encourage the attracting. And then I say that and you get the Falcon. So what do I know? I think I just don't like that card. So use your keen perception and skill in making decisions. Do not delay. All right, that is keen perception right there. Look at those eyes. No stalking, but knowing what you want and being willing to do the hard work to go get it, that works. So you have the Finch. New opportunities and choices are opening up to you. Claim them. Okay, so opportunities, this missed opportunity that's back over here, the fifth pentacle, you're missing it. So new opportunities are opening to you. Claim them, using your perception and skill and making decisions, knowing what you want, being focused on that, but not stalking. And using your power of attraction by vibrating at the highest possible level. That is your superpower that brings in. So when you find the happiness inside, when you find the self-love, when you know who you are and you're really comfortable with that, and you've integrated, you know, the shadow, your shadow side, when you're like comfortable with it, then you are like the sun shining out. And that brings in like-minded people and higher vibe opportunities. Venus is going to be having an interesting conversation with Pluto on Thursday about because so Venus is in Scorpio and she's in the sextile aspect, which is very supportive. With Pluto that rules the transformational energy right there in Scorpio, right? And so it's going to be really about, what are you willing to dive deep for? What do you really feel deep down? What is the thing that you really want to do? And then on Thursday night at 8:59 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the moon is going to move into Pisces, and this is where we start seeking the peace. Those last 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, before the eclipse, the moon is in the dark moon phase, and this is the part where we really pull our energy in order to be able to generate enough energy to sprout something new, to grow something new. It's like the seed, right? It's all of its energy is all pulled inside, and until the moisture is right, until the temperature is right, it doesn't burst forth. And there's that need to kind of pull in, because the energy, the temperature, it's not quite right yet. And so there's a need to rest and recharge here in the void of the dark moon. And so Friday and Saturday, while that moon is in Pisces, this is about nurturing your dreams. And there's a lot of opportunity to do that. You've got the moon in this beautiful trine, very supportive aspect with Neptune over there in Pisces, which is about the dreams. You've got the sun in your sign in a really nice supportive aspect with Mars in Aries, is about taking the right action, knowing when it's time to go. You've got the moon conjuncting Venus on Saturday, which is like really knowing what it is you want in your heart of hearts. And you have the moon in a very comfortable aspect with those planets in Capricorn as you round out the end of the Pisces visit by the moon, where, now the conversation is, okay, I know what I really want. I know what I really want and where I want to expand it. And here's the first steps of my plan. So try to get to that place, because there's opportunity there if you look for it. There is one thing, to my Jewish friends, happy Hanukkah. Thursday night at sundown is the beginning of Hanukkah, at least according to what I read. I could be wrong. But it really caught my attention. I don't generally mention the holidays for anything on here, but this one, I think it's the Festival of Lights, but it is celebrating, I believe, the 8 days of light from the lamp, when there was really only supposed to be one. And it's kind of like that. It's kind of like multiplying your own inner light. It's kind of like by pulling your energy in, you have the ability to multiply your own inner light and shine it out into the world. And that's a miracle when you can do that. And so I love that it comes during the dark of the moon, and maybe it always does, because I don't know. But I'm pretty impressed with the way it felt, that energy around it. So your advice is optimism. Well, there you go, Sagittarius. Just be you. Optimism. After each rainstorm, there will be clear skies, and you have move. Barnacles only grow on a docked ship. New opportunities and choices are opening to you. Claim them. Use your perception and skill in making decisions. Do not delay. Whatever this opportunity is, this one that's behind you that you're not paying any attention to, turn around, take a look at it, and then use that energy to attract in what you want. Go for what you want. You have the power. You have the power. And again, that power though with deer, deer brings to mind gentleness. It's that kind of strength. It's not the demanding, because this other one here, the finch, a goldfinch, come on. Does that feel like okay, the falcon does. but this finch is new opportunities and choices are opening, claim them. It just feels like a gentle touch to get where you want, but you need to move. You need to do something. You have to take action. So with that full moon that's coming up, not action over the weekend. I think this is the action you take right now, is identifying what you want, what your heart's saying, and then rest up over the weekend, because after that new moon eclipse, boom, it's go time, right? So the moon is going to move into Sagittarius at 9:39 p.m. on Saturday night. And so Sunday is a great day to kind of pull in, really recharge, rest and relax in any way that's possible for you. Getting ready, doing your journaling, knowing what it is you're going for, putting it on paper, whatever magic you use, that's a great day. And so I always wanted to get you some guidance for that. You have the bird of paradise. Communicate with your angels. Meditation, journaling, getting really clear on what it is you're going for, right? You have the ability to connect with the beings of love who surround you, communicate with your angels, and deliver their healing messages to others. This is a very powerful prep week for a very powerful eclipse that's happening for you, for all of us. But Sag, you're going to get a extra power booster, right? So I look forward to discussing this more with you next Monday. But tonight, come and join us for Moon Day Night Live. It's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 9 o'clock, I turn into a pumpkin, so we're done. So come and hang out and have some fun. And until then, you guys take good care of yourselves and get clear on what it is you want. That's your big assignment for the week. All right, you guys take care.